Meghan Markle's popularity is at an all-time low in Britain. New YouGov polling just out, so let's dive straight into it. Hello, I'm Cameron Walker and you're watching GBN Royal. Now, the latest YouGov Royal favourability poll just dropped, and let's just say things aren't looking great for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Meghan's ratings, lowest ever. Prince Harry, not much better. But before we all rush to judgment, let's dig into the numbers, the context, and the bigger question: is the backlash fair or just fatigue? First up, the numbers. These are hot off the YouGov press, based on a nationally representative sample of over 2,200 British people surveyed earlier this month. Let's start with Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Just 20% of Brits now have a favourable opinion of her, a record low since YouGov began tracking her popularity back in 2017. On the flip side, a whopping 65% view her unfavourably. That's a massive dip compared to 2019, when over half the public, 55%, had a positive view of her. Prince Harry isn't doing much better either. Only 27% of Brits now view him favourably, while 63% hold a negative view. That's his lowest rating since early 2023. And here's the twist: age matters. Among young Brits, aged 18 to 24, 38% still like Meghan and 35% favour Harry. But among the 65 plus crowd, only 8% like Meghan. 8%. That's basically your nan and two of her knitting mates. Meanwhile, up at the top of the royal popularity leaderboard, Prince William is crushing it with 75% favourability. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is right behind him at 72%, and even King Charles III, a few years into his reign, holds a solid 61% approval. So what's behind the Sussex slump? Well, let's talk timing, because this poll was taken in a vacuum. Prince Harry had just lost his appeal over police protection in the UK, a big legal blow for him, and right after that, he gave a bombshell interview to the BBC where he discussed safety, the media, and his ongoing estrangements from the royal family. He even inflamed speculation about the king's health, saying he doesn't know how much longer his father has left. Now, while some praised the interview for its honesty, others felt it came across as tone-deaf, especially with tensions high post-coronation and public fatigue around this whole royal drama. Then there's Meghan. She's been incredibly busy. She's relaunched her Instagram, started a new lifestyle brand called As Ever, and wrapped filming on not one, but 2 seasons of her Netflix show With Love Meghan. An early buzz? Well, it was mixed. Some viewers called it a soft and sweet binge, others thought it felt a little too curated, a little too commercial, and perhaps not authentic. And that's where things get murky, because honestly, it feels like whatever Meghan does sometimes, people still pick holes in it. Start a business, a cash grab. Stay quiet, she's hiding. Speak out, too much. Say nothing, too cold. There's been criticism of everything from her wardrobe to her podcast tone of voice to the font of her new product labels. So the question is, are we being fair to Harry and Meghan, or is this just public overexposure and royal fatigue setting in, or is this criticism warranted? Some argue that the couple's attempts to step back from royal life while still being public figures is a contradiction. Others point out that they're being judged for trying to tell their side of the story, although, in the late Queen's words, recollections may vary. Those words were sparked by the 2021 Oprah Winfrey interview, which sparked global conversations around racism, mental health, and royal secrecy. Some felt empowered, others betrayed. It's complicated, but it did destroy trust between Prince Harry and the working royals. Now let's get back to those numbers, especially that generational gap. Younger Brits are consistently more supportive of Harry and Meghan. Nearly 4 in 10 Gen Zers still hold a positive view of Meghan compared to just 8% of boomers. Why the divide? Well, young audiences are more likely to engage with content on social media, where Meghan and Harry's message often gets more sympathetic framing. Older audiences, well, they still lean on traditional press coverage, television, and newspapers, which have been far more critical. This isn't just a royal story anymore, though. It's a culture war battleground. Values, media trust, race, gender roles, it's all in the mix. So can Meghan and Harry bounce back? History, perhaps, suggests yes. Public opinion is fickle. Just ask Queen Camilla, who went from pariah to palace mainstay over a couple of decades after a very successful PR campaign. But the Sussexes may need to rethink their approach. Transparency is good, but constant re-exposure without a compelling new narrative, well, that's really tough. And fair or not, the British public opinion loves consistency. Perhaps that is why the Prince and Princess of Wales, who have kept mostly out of all this drama, are faring well with the British public. Harry and Meghan? Well, not so much. But is that their fault, or just the cost of telling a different story? Meghan's every move is scrutinised, Harry's security concerns are painted as paranoia by some. Critics say Meghan and Harry are playing the victims, while monetising their royal links. Supporters say they're human beings trying to navigate one of the world's most ancient institutions, while raising their 2 young children, building something of their own. So what do you think? Are Meghan and Harry being unfairly treated, or have they made such a PR misstep after misstep, and is all this criticism actually warranted? Is this Britain showing its royal preferences or something deeper?
YouGov poll reveals Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, I'd bow or curtsy, popularity with the public has hit an all-time low.
And
that.
Prince Harry doesn't have much better ratings. He's reached his lowest level in 2 years. And joining us now is GB News royal correspondent Cameron Walker.
Yes, not ideal, is it? So let's take a look at this graph, which hopefully we can put on the screen, of Meghan's favourability ratings with the British public. This poll was carried out just 3 or 4 days after Prince Harry's infamous BBC interview at the start of May. So this red line here, for those of you watching on TV, you can catch up on our social media channels if you're listening on the radio, shows her net positive rating. So the line at the bottom shows how popular she was before she left as a senior royal, and then how it dipped when they left in 2020, Harry and Meghan, and how it's continued a steady decline since. So at the moment, currently 20% of Britons only have a positive view of her. 65% see the Duchess negatively. Of course, in the last few months, she has relaunched her Instagram to try and rebrand herself. She's launched her own lifestyle business as ever. And of course, she's done that Netflix series with Love, Meghan, which did have mixed reviews. Some people just liked it as an easy watch. A lot of people clearly thought it wasn't great and was painting this picture of Meghan, which wasn't perhaps the truth. For example, wasn't filmed in her own kitchen.
Ridiculous.
Meanwhile, Harry, he's not doing very well either. As I said, poll was conducted just a couple of days after that BBC interview, where the tracker found only 27% of Britons have a positive view of him, 63 a negative view.
Just to remind people, Cameron, in the BBC interview, this is where he raged about the decision of the courts to not allow the taxpayer to pick up the bill for his protection when he's here, unless he's on official royal duties.
Yes, so
he's not officially a royal anymore. That's going to be very, very rarely.
Yeah, absolutely. So he lost his appeal over his security case, and just a couple of hours after, he sat down with the BBC, basically saying it was incredibly unfair in his opinion, and that the state is basically out to get him, the institution is out to get him as well. Whether he will appeal to the Supreme Court, we're not so sure, but of course it was a bit of a rant, and also it's the trust with the senior royals, which again has been eroded here, because any olive branch which came...
And in that interview was the most shocking part for me, when he said on air, I don't know how long my father's got. Unbelievable that a son would speak about his father's mortality in that way.
Well, absolutely, and I think a lot of people are pointing to the fact that he probably doesn't know the prognosis of the king. None of us do, but considering it's the king's son, that is quite speaking volumes, isn't it? Let's take a look at the popularity of the royal family in general, the second clip we've got for you, which shows perhaps the Prince and Princess of Wales are the most popular members of the royal family.
Who'd have thought
with the public. Who knew? Yes, 75%, three-quarters of Brits have a positive opinion of the heir to the throne, Prince William.
Good.
72% have a favourability towards our future queen, the Princess of Wales. Interestingly, number 3, hardest working royal, Princess Anne, follows by the king.
Good for her, because she really is a indomitable spirit, isn't she?
Yeah.
She really is.
She's a kind of lady who you feel will go on and on forever and will still be riding horses when she's 100.
Absolutely.
I guess Meghan and Harry are grateful for Prince Andrew, because I imagine he's even less popular.
And you can see Prince Andrew right at the bottom and Meghan just above Prince Andrew.
She's only just above.
She's only just above Prince Andrew.
Do you not get the sense, though? I mean, obviously they've made themselves unpopular for all sorts of reasons. But do you not get the sense that there are some people in this country who enjoy a little bit too much constantly criticising Harry and Meghan when they don't even live here anymore? Well, why are
Thank God they
you
don't.
polling this? They're not up for election. Do we need an opinion poll on Meghan Markle's popularity? Is this just another way of having a dig at her?
I mean, it is an interesting point because, of course, some of these royals on the poll are not working members of the royal family, so therefore,
So
do we actually care?
They're not members of public interest, yeah.
They are, I suppose, but look, the public are interested.
He's the they are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and he rages on about
But we
entitlement.
treat this like a soap opera, and it's not. It's real people's lives, and you can think what you want, but should it be headline news?
I think they are completely appalling.
Prince Harry still legally 5th and 9th to the throne as well.
There is that.
Well, I don't think he's ever going to become king, but
I hope not.
who knows? Anyway.
That'll make her queen.
Drop us your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a royal update. This has been Cameron Walker for GBN Royal.